Hey everyone, Kevin Lewis here with Home Life Benchmark Titus, and it's time for your May 2021 Fraser Valley Real Estate Market Update. To say that the real estate market lately has been a little bit crazy would probably be an understatement, considering for 8 months in a row we've had record-breaking months for the total number of sales for the given month. So what is causing all of this fuel to fuel the market to go to these levels that it's currently at? Well, we've obviously been discussing these over the last few months here, and the three main things are historically low interest rates, which are on their way up, which is also causing a little bit of chaos and pandemic for buyers wanting to get in on their locked-in rates rather than rates being 0.8% higher in some cases. That's really fueling people to get into the market right now and make sure that they're getting in nice and early to make sure that they can lock in their pre-approved rate. Another function is, of course, that the lifestyle change has shifted towards working from home more often, and because of the pandemic, more people spending more time at home and, of course, wanting more space in their homes, as well as shifting from condo or townhouse living towards more of detached home living to have that yard and to have that space at home, where of course we've been spending most of our time for the past year. Add to that the fact that we still are in a shortage of total number of listings. However, in April that did start to shift and we did see many more listings come up on the market, which is definitely good for everybody. But the previous 8 months we have been in a massive shortage of inventory. And I'm not saying that we're out of that shortage of inventory. We are just getting better and building up more inventory, which is getting us towards a more balanced market going into the future. The one thing about that I will mention is that May 2021 so far is looking to shift back towards more of a seller's market, as we have had fewer listings in May for the same number of days as we did April, but more sales, which of course is bringing the total inventory levels down, which means buyers have less homes to choose from, which of course means more competition and more potential for multiple offer situations, and possibly to drive prices up a little bit further than they already are. What I can say is that right now is a great time to make a move, as, like I had mentioned, we have built up some inventory, so it is a little bit easier as a buyer to get the place that you want while competing with fewer buyers than you would have 2 months ago. Of course, you are still competing for those very good properties, but it's just less competition, and the prices have begun to somewhat stabilize as we're seeing less multiple offer situations go way above the asking price, as the asking prices have caught up to what the market has been doing over the last several months. We do still hear murmurs of a bubble and the bubble's going to pop and burst and whatnot. I still don't believe this to be true. I think that if we can build up enough inventory, we will see a slight correction in prices, where specifically houses that were sort of bottom of the barrel houses that would have been, when I say houses I mean homes of all types, townhouses and condos included. We've been seeing those bottom of the barrel type homes sell for much higher than they normally would in comparison to some of the more premium type homes. We're going to start to see those bottom of the barrel homes start to sell for less money, and we already have begun to see that somewhat than what they've been selling in the last couple of months. However, they're still certainly up in price compared to where they were a year ago. But that shift is starting, and once that shift starts, as we build more inventory, I do think we will see some price corrections across the board. It's just a matter of when will we get that inventory to build up to make that shift start to happen. Now, if you're thinking of selling, you haven't missed the boat as far as getting a very good price for your home. You might miss some of the excitement if that's what you're looking for with the multiple offer situations, and with everything going crazy and homes selling in less than a week's time. That shift might have already been made, depending on the type of home that you have. There's a very good chance you'll still be able to sell your home within a week, and there's also a very highly likely that if you price your home properly, you will get into multiple offers. However, you're not going to see your home sell for substantially higher than what the current market value is at the list time. But what you're looking at is what you want to list a house is much higher than what you would have been listing a house at even 3 months ago at the beginning of February. So overall, yes, you are still netting much more money than you would have 3 months ago. It just feels a little bit less exciting and less chaotic, you might say. And depending on what you're looking for as a seller, you're still going to get a great price. It only takes one offer to get that good price on it. You could have 100 lowball offers and decline them all, or you could get one really good offer and you're going to take that really good offer because it's better than a bunch of low offers. So forcing yourself into multiple offer situation isn't necessarily the best path forward as a seller. As buyers go, I've heard many buyers over the last few months mention to me that they don't want to get involved into multiple offer situations. Now, I certainly understand that multiple offers are a little bit more stressful, but what you have to think about is changing your mindset to think about things in a different way. If you don't make an offer on a property, you already know the answer to that you're not going to get it. However, if you are interested in a property, and yeah, it's going to multiple offers, just pick your best price that you're willing to go to on that home based on the market value, and I'll of course be with you and work with you to find out what I think the market value is. If you want to pay above the market value, that is perfectly fine because I'm not buying that home. It's not my money, it's not me living there. I don't have an emotional connection to it, so I can only give you the stats as to what other buyers and sellers have agreed to on similar homes. So if I say market value is around $500,000 and you really like the home and you want to make sure you can secure it at $515,000, I don't believe that you're overpaying in that kind of situation. However, back to the whole multiple offer thing, if you put your best foot forward and you get that offer declined, how is that any different than not making an offer in the first place? At least you tried, and at least you won't go and look back at what the sale price is and say, oh shoot, this one ended up selling 10 grand less than what I was willing to go for. I wish we had wrote an offer on it. You're not going to be saying that if you did write that offer. So in my opinion, if something is worth something that you would like to buy and it's within the range of what you're willing to spend, put that offer out there. If you lose it, we just move on to the next one as we would be if you didn't write at all. As far as the next couple of months go, I think we're still going to see the market go pretty crazy and go quite high in number of sales. We very well may see May 2021 break another record for 9 consecutive months for total sales, as we are outperforming April already, which was a very, very strong month in total sales. And like I said before, we are seeing less listings in halfway through May than we saw halfway through April. So all of this could cause the market to continue going in the same direction it has been. However, the feel of my business day to day, it just doesn't feel as chaotic as it did 1 month, 2 months ago. It seems as if everybody has sort of accepted the new short-term norm, so to speak, and the market is functioning in a more regular fashion than it was 2 months ago with the absolute chaos we were seeing. I do think this is going to carry on through the summer, where we're going to have a very strong, healthy market, and I think we'll still see the market continue through the fall. The price correction that I was talking about earlier in this video is only going to come if we get an influx of new listings and buyers start to slow down, which very well could happen with the new stress test coming in, as well as interest rates increasing quite sharply for 5-year fixed rates. At the end of the day, this market is still pretty crazy, and there's never a more important time to stress that your situation is certainly unique to you. So if you are thinking of making a move in the near future, be sure to get in touch soon. Even if you're a year out, it never hurts to start making a plan, start looking at the homes that you might be interested in moving into, and you just get a good general idea of what the market's doing before you're actually ready to jump in and make a move. It can relieve a lot of stress once that time comes. Thanks for tuning in as always, and if you have any questions, comments, you disagree with me, you're thinking of making a move, be sure to get in touch with me. Leave me a comment below, send me a message, send me an email, send me a text, give me a call, 604-218-5635. I always look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.